All right, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put this on the CNC, see how it turns out. What we've got is, I had some poplar or popple, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I sandwiched those together, black walnut in between, and the same opposite cut on this side. So it turned out pretty good, looks anyway. And then I cut it in half at a 60 degree using my chop saw over there basically. And in the first cut, if you look, it's like cut right through here. And then I glued a piece of board in there, glued these back together. And then once they were set up, if you'll notice, you can see right there, that board is cut in half, see it? So it's off just a little bit. We'll see how that looks later. I don't think it'll be bad. And then we glued this one in there. So that should have been moved up just a hair so it lined up. So what I'll do in the future is I'll put a line across that to make sure I get it lined up a little better, but that's pretty close. Now we're going to turn it down, and these squares will turn into an ellipse as it goes over the round. So it'll be interesting to see. So I'll try to get that done today. Well, we're going to speed it up. The problem I have is I didn't grease my headstock recently, so it messes up. You'll see that in the first time when it goes around. That's a picture at the lower one showing how it's starting to turn into an oval. But what happens is it skips steps. See that big block of wood there that's not carved? That's because it's skipping steps. So I stopped it. You see that big block there that's not carved? See it sticking out? I don't know whether you can or not, but that's what happens when your headstock skips steps. So see how it's just kind of going back and forth. So what I did is I started it all over. So it's not touching the workpiece right now. So I wanted to do that, and I'm checking it, making sure that it's turning, and it is. And I greased it. Now it's doing the handle on the left, and it'll jump over and do the handle on the right. But you can see that square is turning into an ellipse, and there's a piece there that was missed too, but it got it there with the final cut on the head. Now I'm sanding it at high speed. It didn't take long to sand it at all. This is the piece on the lathe turning it. I'm feeling it to make sure there's no divots or... Alright, this is the roller on the counter, and I didn't do the ends yet, so it would give it time to dry, the oil. Food grade mineral oil, but I thought it turned out pretty good. Looks pretty good, to me anyway. So there it is, roller 962 knot.